Everyone, this is Julie McDonald with Microcom Technologies, and I'd like to thank all of you for attending today's webinar with TP-Link. Our host today is Shervin Safa, our very good friend from TP-Link, and he is their distribution sales manager, and he'll be presenting today. If anyone has any questions, please submit them in the question box so that Shervin can answer them at the end of today's presentation. Shervin, thank you so much for being with Microcom today. I greatly appreciate it. So please go ahead and take it on over.
Thank you, Julie, and thank you to the Microcom team for allowing TP-Link to present today. For everyone in attendance, my name is Shervin. I'm a distribution sales manager here at TP-Link, and today we'll be giving a Omada and VIGI overview. So let's get started. So TP-Link Global Systems is headquarters in Irvine, California. This is our Irvine campus where we house our support team, sales team, product marketing teams, along with a lot of other teams. Our warehouse is located in Chino Hills, California, and we manufacture all our B2B products in Vietnam. So today I'm going to give you a quick glance of our networking along with our surveillance portfolio. On this slide here, we have our Omada product portfolio, which includes our ceiling access points, wall access points, outdoor bridges. And not only that, we do have Wi-Fi 7 as well as Wi-Fi 6 access points. Along with access points comes the switching. We have switching ranging from 4 ports up to 48 ports, unmanaged to layer 3 managed, PoE to non-PoE to PoE++, and everything across the board, as well as all fiber switches. On the gateway side, we do have single gig and multi-gig business gateways, and then as well as our accessories, which is our media converters, modules, PoE adapters, and rack mount accessories. And here's a quick glimpse of our VIGI product portfolio, which includes turret, bullet, domes, and fisheye cameras. Our NVRs go from 4-channel to 64 channels, along with junction boxes to help support those camera mounts, and our solar power systems. Okay, so now I'm going to go into a deeper dive of our Omada controller. The Omada controller is where you manage our access points, switches, and gateways. Not only that, you'll have visibility on client devices, network performance, and can make adjustments accordingly. The key features on our Omada controller is a few. First, we have PoE auto recovery. So in the event IP camera or VoIP phone goes down, the switch will detect that at the port level and automatically reboot that PoE device. We also have zero-touch provisioning, which is you could pre-configure the devices beforehand. So once it's on site and connected to the internet, it'll automatically download all the network configurations you need in place. Not only that, Omada is our flagship SDN controller, where it comes with the software piece, hardware, or cloud, giving customers the variety of choosing what type of deployments they want to use. So Omada is our brand, our networking brand by TP-Link. Within it, we have our controllers, like I mentioned before, hardware, software, and cloud-based, which is also supported by our Omada apps and Omada tools. Not only do we have a standard cloud controller, we have a free cloud controller. What that means is you could add as many devices as you want to your free cloud controller with no licensing costs to help support multi-site deployments. And now I'm going to go a little bit more detail over access points. So your typical access points we classify as your indoor, which is ceiling access points, where you see it mostly in offices. and lobby rooms, waiting areas. And then we have our in-wall access points, where you primarily see this in hospitality or apartments. We do have Wi-Fi 7 outdoor APs as well, whether it's omnidirectional or directional antennas. And not only that, we do have fiber wall plate access points as well. So our access points range depending on the type of environment you want to be in, whether it's scenario based or high density based. Our support team can always support the customers deploying, and ensure successful deployments. I did want to mention our wireless bridge kits. So these are point-to-point or point-to-multipoint bridge kits. So this is used to extend Wi-Fi or internet coverage across a long distance, right? Typical scenarios you'll see this is for camera deployments, where the camera needs to be connected to the internet, but they're far away from each other. So typically you'll see, whether it's 10, 20, or hundreds of point-to-points deployed in the field. We created our bridge kits to make it easy out of the box, already auto paired. So the amount of manual configuration is no longer needed. Not only that, but our version 3 of these bridge kits are PoE supported, which means they could be plugged into a switch instead of using a passive PoE adapter. And here's kind of a portfolio breakdown of our switches for the type of environments needed, right? So we have our campus series of switches, which is the targeted as small, medium enterprise and vertical industries, uh, which compose of stackable L3 switches. And then for our SMB, we have a larger portfolio of switches, which includes our aggregation, Access Max, Access Pro, and Access Plus, along with Access switches. This includes full fiber switches, 10 gigs copper switch, multi-gig, and single gig. Below the SMB, we do have our what we call our agile switches, which is built for the CCTV market. These are easy managed switches, with built-in PoE auto recovery features for these IP cameras. And lastly, we have, of course, our unmanaged switches, which is great for small businesses or home offices. So we do have a wide-ranging selection of gateways as well. To start with our single gig wired gateways up until 10 gig gateway wired routers. So we have a variety depending on the environment you need to deploy. However, I did want to mention our wireless 4G router, which is called the ER706W-4G. On this 4G router, we have two 4G antennas and three wireless antennas in the back. The wireless antennas can actually mesh with our access points, extending signal coverage, along with the 4G backup. So in the event that the primary ISP goes down, it'll automatically revert to the LTE backup. And once the ISP is back up, it will auto revert back to the primary internet service provider. So you don't have to manually switch it back and incur additional costs. This product is great for retail and restaurant environments where internet connectivity is key for the POS systems. Not only that, we are coming out with our outdoor 4G router as well. This will be IP55 waterproof, built for outdoor wireless environments. So I kind of wanted to give everyone a quick introduction to our surveillance portfolio, which I mentioned a little bit earlier. The reason why we came out with our VIGI camera line is, first of all, we wanted a channel focus product line that complements our networking product line, which would be the surveillance side of things. We do have a full suite of product offerings, which I'll get into a little later in terms of the cameras and the NVRs. And not only that, we have our video VMS system to help manage these surveillance sites. So here's our good, better, best options for some of our cameras. We have our domes and then up into the fisheye camera, depending on the type of cameras you need for your environment. And our bullet cameras, right? So we have 4 megapixels all the way up to 8 megapixel cameras. We do have panorama bullet cameras as well. On the far right, though, I did want to highlight the Insight S345-4G, which is actually a built-in 4G camera. However, it has 3 LAN ports. So what that means is you could daisy chain from that 4G camera to 3 different non-4G cameras, extending surveillance coverage without paying a premium. And these outdoor cameras are IP67 weatherproof. And here's what we see as the best selling product line is our turret cameras, which we have 4 megapixels up until 8 megapixels, as well as panoramic turret cameras as well. Depending on the state you're in, some allow for audio in and out. We give the optionality within our controller to disable that depending on state regulations. And here's a deeper dive of our NVRs. We have our 4-channel PoE NVR up until our 64-channel NVRs. Uh, based on the NVR type, you could kind of figure out which ones here that come with hard drives installed or not installed. If you look at the hard drive section, along with the PoE interfaces, which needed to support your PoE camera deployments. And all these NVRs, aside from the 4 and 8 channels, support 1 gigabit speeds. Lastly, I did want to mention both our NVRs and our cameras are OnViv compatible. And lastly, I want to mention our solar panels, right? So you see a lot of solar panels in construction areas, and what they need is surveillance throughout the day. So we came out with our solar panel kind of product line, what comes with the battery pack as well. So these are great for sunny outdoor locations. It's probably not recommended in an area that doesn't get too much sunlight. However, they're a great add-on for surveillance deployments. I did want to mention these are lithium batteries as well. So that ends my presentation for today. I appreciate everyone in attendance, and I'll hand it back over to Julie for any questions from the audience.
Thank you so much, Shervin, for that presentation. We greatly appreciated it. It looks like I do have some questions from the audience for you. I will get started with the first one. Let's see, here we go. One quick second. Can you tell us what trends you are following that may be influencing your product roadmap?
Yeah, that's a great question. So here at TP-Link, we look in different stages. So we look at products from 6 months out to 12 months out to 2 years out to 5 years out. So TP-Link is a leading networking and technology company, and we're always looking to be at the forefront of leading technologies.
Excellent. Thank you for that. Given that, is there anything you could tell us about what customers might expect in the near future from TP-Link? Is there anything you could give us a clue as to what you might be looking forward to?
Yeah. Um, what I didn't include in this presentation is our glimpse of our upcoming campus series enterprise product line, where we're making the evolution from SMB SME to true enterprise product portfolios. So that would include switches, access points on the enterprise level.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for that. Next question here. Can your systems integrate with third-party platforms or tools?
Yeah, that's another great question. So we do have open API on our controllers. So what that means is they uh, a customer could use their own software and send API calls to our controller for network management, configuration, or anything in between.
Okay, excellent. Can you tell us how do VIGI and Omada help businesses save costs in the long run?
Yeah, another great question. So with our free cloud controller, there is no need for licensing costs, which help lowers the OpEx needed for MSPs who deploy to their end users. VG is the same thing where there is no licensing costs, helping lower OpEx 1 to 5 years out.
Thank you so much. And in looking toward the future, a little bit anyway, can you tell us or about any networking and surveillance space evolving in the next year or two?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're seeing the dramatic shift from Wi-Fi 6 to Wi-Fi 7 along many different business verticals. This is a higher velocity than the switch from Wi-Fi 5 to Wi-Fi 6. So we anticipate Wi-Fi 7 being the staple from here on out until Wi-Fi 8 comes out, which is probably around 1.5 to 2 years away.
Oh, that's exciting. That's great. Thank you. Here we go. Next question here. Can you tell us what type of customers benefit the most from your ecosystem?
Yeah, that's a great question as well. So we built our ecosystem to support all types of customers, whether you're deploying five access points in an environment or 10,000 access points in an environment. So we made our interface simple to use, but complex enough to handle the as large of an environment you need to, and a scalable solution.
Thank you so much for answering all of those questions today, Shervin. We greatly appreciate that. And also, thank you to everyone joining today's webinar. And if anyone has any further questions, please feel free to contact your sales rep or email us at sales@microcomtech.com. And if you wish to view any of the products mentioned or shown today, please remember that this webinar presentation has been recorded and will be uploaded to our Microcom YouTube channel so we can all view it again. Shervin, thank you so much for spending time with us today. I will reach out to you so that we could do this again in the near future, maybe in the beginning of fall, so we can see what's going on with TP-Link at that time. Everybody, have a fantastic day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shervin. Bye-bye.